Volleyball players know this, but they still don't do it. If you want to hit a volleyball really hard, then you need to have a super strong core. But just doing the same BS exercises you see bodybuilders and fitness influencers doing isn't going to train your core the way you need to for volleyball. So in this video, I'm going to show you 2 full workouts you can do for your core to help you build strength, stability, and rotational power to bounce balls like the pros. Workout number 1. We are starting off with a banger, and we've got walking barbell rotations. This exercise is the definition of don't knock it until you try it. The first time I saw someone do this, I thought this was stupid because you have the same weight on both sides of the bar, so it didn't seem like you were really rotating against much load. But then I tried it and it absolutely blew me away. And one of the big benefits of this is that you're using your oblique muscles to decelerate the bar as it's spinning. So you need to decelerate the bar, control the momentum of the bar, and then reverse it back the other way. So it trains your core in a very different way than a lot of other exercises do. That's what makes this exercise so challenging and so good. And on top of that, you get walking gait benefits and you're getting your whole body involved in the movement. If you want to start with something that's a little bit more manageable, you can use an exercise ball instead of a barbell. And in this instance, you are rotating the entire weight around your body. So sometimes it intuitively makes more sense for some people. It also just genuinely feels good. It's like a strength and rotation mobility drill put together. It really can open up your back if you are feeling a little bit stiff. Or if you're low on space, you can do this version where you just step forward and backwards instead of physically walking with it. Regardless of the variation, you're going to do 10 reps on each side. Exercise number 2 is the GHD sit-up. And I specifically like doing this with the GHD because it allows you to get into more spinal extension, which means then you also do more spinal flexion to complete the rep. This means we're really going to focus on the 6-pack muscles with this one, with that spinal flexion. Swinging and hitting a volleyball is a combination of rotation, flexion, extension, and side bending. And so we want to train all of those movements at some point in our core training. We don't have to do each of them each time, but we do want to train all of those movements. If you don't have a GHD at your gym, doing these on a regular decline sit-up bench works perfectly fine. Just make sure you're really focusing on flexing your spine and not just bending at your hips. I'm confident that basically every gym has a decline sit-up bench. So for this, do 10 to 15 reps and then add weight to this if it gets to be too easy. Exercise number 3 is called a suitcase carry. A suitcase carry is just a single arm farmer's carry, and it really trains your obliques in an anti-lateral flexion way, meaning that we're actually resisting side bending. Now, I know I just said we need to side bend to swing, and we will, but this still trains the same muscles and it gives us our stability exercise for workout number 1. You can do this with basically any piece of equipment, any kind of weight like a kettlebell, a dumbbell, or if you're lucky, you can do a farmer's walk handle. I personally, if I don't have a farmer's walk handle, I would lean towards the kettlebell because the dumbbell is gonna rotate in your hand, and as you get heavier, it's just going to be a little bit harder to hold. For these, aim for 20 yards per hand, or if you do for duration, you can go as long as 30 seconds per hand. So that's the 3 exercises for workout number 1. Do each of those exercises back to back with a quick rest, and then repeat for 3 rounds with a longer rest between rounds. Personally, I recommend doing this workout at the end of an upper body day. With our one-on-one clients and even with our membership programs, we typically do core on upper body days because lower body days get pretty full. So we either do it like this setup with all of the core work at the end, or we'll do one core exercise at the end of a 3 exercise superset with the upper body lifts. So for example, you do a set of pull-ups and then you do a set of dips and then you do a core exercise. That's another way that we would typically program them. With our one-on-one clients, we adjust that based on what works best for them and their schedule because their programs are completely customized along with their nutrition program and everything else that we offer with our full spectrum online coaching service. If you want to apply to one of our limited one-on-one coaching spots, then you can use the links down in the description to do so. We are particular about who we accept, but if you think you're going to be a good fit, then we're happy to have you apply and figure it out. Now on to workout number 2. This workout is all about the exercise ball. This is an extremely common piece of equipment, but most people use it wrong. So I'm going to show you 3 of my top core exercises with it. Number 1 is rollouts. And this is not only one of my favorite core exercises, period, but also one of the most important core exercises for volleyball players, in my opinion. The goal is to keep your core stiff and solid while you roll out with your arms. So we're treating this as an anti-extension exercise, which means preventing ourselves from extending our spine. These are great with the ball because you have to physically push your arms down into the elastic ball, forcing you to engage your core and shoulders more, and it resembles something like a blocking position. You can also do these with an ab wheel or a TRX, but I'm going to focus on the exercise ball version for this video for simplicity's sake and convenience of doing all of the exercises with the same equipment. 10 to 12 reps is good, and the further away from you have the ball, the harder the exercise becomes, so work on trying to get further and further away. Exercise number 2 is the exercise ball knee tucks. These are basically like a reverse sit-up movement, but you also get the shoulder health benefits of being on your hands and a plank type position when you're in extension. Make sure when you do these that you try to curl your knees in as far as possible and actually flex your spine as much as possible. If you only tuck your knees in a little bit, you're mostly using your hip flexors to do the movement, although you will still use your core to stabilize. If these are too easy, you can actually level up by doing pikes. In this case, you're trying to keep your legs as straight as you can the whole time. That increases the lever that you need to move and makes the lift harder. It also makes the exercise tougher on your shoulders in a good way and can help with overhead stability. Either way, aim for 10 to 15 reps. And finally, we have the exercise ball rotations. These are like a big step up from normal Russian twists and require you to use your full body to rotate and stabilize. You'll have to play around with the position based on the size of you and the size of the ball. Just make sure to try and rotate as far as possible so we can work on your shoulder mobility and increase your hip and shoulder separation for hitting. Try them with your hips higher or lower, or with your core flexed or extended more to figure out what feels best for you. You definitely want to add weight to these to make them hard enough, and if you want, you can also add some speed to it to work on rotational power. Do around 10 on each side for these ones as well. Just like the last workout, do all 3 exercises in a row with a short rest and then repeat for 3 rounds with a longer rest between rounds. Again, use these workouts during or after your upper body days, and most importantly, do not skip your core work. It's easy to neglect at the end of your workouts, but then you're going to limit your hitting power and potentially set yourself up for back pain down the line if you always skip your core work. Hopefully this was helpful, and if it was, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss other volleyball workouts that I'll be posting. Also, leave a comment down below on what kind of workout I should post next. If you're interested in more workouts like these and want to see what it would look like to work with us, then there are a couple links down below in the description and in the comments that you can check out. One of them is for our workout membership, where you get access to multiple volleyball specific workout programs delivered to you through an app. And the other is for our one-on-one elite coaching, which is the most comprehensive online volleyball transformation system on the planet, where you work one-on-one with a professional volleyball strength and conditioning coach to get you things like custom workouts, nutrition coaching, volleyball film review, and a whole lot more. So if you want some help taking your game to the next level, check out those links. Otherwise, just make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss detailed volleyball training content like this.